afternoon and welcome back to West Sussex. Happy New Year as well. I'm with the lovely Dawn for our New Year's Eve Wild Camp special. We're on the South Downs. Behind us is the impressive Cissbury Ring Hillfort, and we're going to try wild camping up there tonight to see in the New Year celebrations and fireworks that are probably going to be happening around Brighton, Worthing, that sort of area on the south coast. Hopefully it should be spectacular. Wind is quite bad at the moment. There's been a lull in the rain, so I'm just going to hold that steady because it's nearly blown over. Yeah, it's been sheeting it down on the drive here. It was about an hour and a half's drive and it just pissed down the whole way. Luckily the car isn't far away, it's literally at the bottom of the Hillfort, so if it does go tits up we can just come back there, but I'm sure it won't. We've got the OEX Rakoon 2-person tent tonight. This should be a really good test for it, and I've also got my new camera with me, the GoPro Hero 9 Black I think it's called, something like that, and of course it's a waterproof camera, so that's going to be perfect in the rain. So I'm hoping we get some more rain so I can test it out and get some night lapse footage and things like that. I've figured it out enough that I can use it. I'm still not going to be perfect with it. At the moment this is on my phone, so I'm probably going to film on a bit of both. We'll see what happens. So yeah, like I say, there's a break in the weather at the moment, so we're going to go for it. Get up there. There's still quite a few people walking around, so we're going to look for somewhere secluded, kind of over the other side of Cissbury Ring, because I've camped on this side nearest us before and it didn't afford me a good view, so we want to go sort of the other side of the Hillfort and sort of just that way past Dawn's Head. So yeah, we'll see what happens, we'll see how it goes. It should be good fun anyway. Enough talking, let's get walking, and Happy New Year! Cissbury Ring is the largest hillfort in Sussex and dates back more than 5,000 years. Its ditch and ramparts enclose about 65 acres of land, and the views from the top stretch to the chalk cliffs beyond Brighton and as far as the Isle of Wight. Cissbury Ring, just north of the coastal town of Worthing, is one of the jewels in the crown of the South Downs National Park. It's the largest hillfort in Sussex and has a history dating back over 5,000 years. Set high up on a chalk promontory, its ditch and ramparts enclose about 65 acres. From the top on a clear day you can see forever, with views across to the chalk cliffs beyond Brighton and as far as the Isle of Wight. From a Neolithic site of industry to machine guns during the Second World War, the history of Cissbury Ring is long and varied. Archaeological digs carried out by pioneering Victorians between the 1850s and 1880s shaped the understanding of this site through the centuries, alongside furthering the science of archaeology with new techniques practiced here. Flint mining took place at Cissbury Hill during the Neolithic period, long before the construction of the Hillfort. Thanks to Victorian archaeologists, we know that there are large surviving underground shafts and galleries here. Radiocarbon dating on material from all Britain's flint mines during the 1970s showed that mines in Sussex were the earliest in the country. The mines were probably dug using animal bones. A deer antler could be used as a pick and an ox shoulder blade as a shovel. Both have been found during excavations at Cissbury Ring. Most of the mine shafts are located inside the Hillfort at the southern end. There are around 270 pits, ranging from 3 to 36 metres in diameter and up to 12 metres in depth. Today these pits look like a lunar landscape of hollows and mounds. The hollows have been formed where the material used to fill the shafts has sunk, and the mounds show where excavated chalk and struck flint flakes from digging the mines were deposited. There is evidence of a settlement at Cissbury during the later Roman period, consisting of a group of 11 buildings and 2 rectangular enclosures situated near the eastern entrance. The ramparts were heightened at this time, possibly in fear of Danish attacks. The discovery at Cissbury of 2 successive issues of coinage struck between 1009 AD and 1023 AD suggests there was once a mint here. Most of the tools found at Cissbury have been axes. Worthing Museum holds a collection of axe heads and other items excavated in the 1950s. Finds unearthed by the Victorian archaeologist Pitt Rivers can be found in his museum in Oxford. During the early Bronze Age, Cissbury appears to have been used as a ritual burial ground. 2 round barrows have been identified here. This type of burial mound marked a change from multiple burials in a long barrow to individual ones. The Iron Age Hillfort was built around 400 BC and was used for defence for around 300 years. Cissbury is a univalate fort, meaning it is a hilltop enclosure with a single rampart accompanied by a ditch and a low counterscarp bank. After 100 BC, the interior of the fort was used for agriculture, with rectangular fields marked out with earthwork banks and terraces.
Okay, it must be nearer 4 o'clock now. We've found a spot. We've got these bushes on either side, and then it opens out with a view of like all the town down below, and there's a flat spot up here where Dawn is, and then we can see even more of the town going along the seafront. So all of that down below us should have some fireworks. I mean, fingers crossed, I hope they do, for New Year's Eve tonight at midnight. We was going to go either there or here, and I think we've decided here. This is flatter, so the rain is just starting to come back, so we're going to get stuff set up quickly just to dodge it. So the tent hasn't magically appeared there, and there's a good reason for that. No, not because it's got dark, but because it was far too windy there, and the wind was so strong against the tent it was actually bending it in and under on itself, and I reckon it would have broke the tent. The tent wouldn't have kept its shape anyway, so we've moved ever so slightly further away where it was slightly less windy. I will show you. We're now over here in this little corner, so we're actually more secluded, and so the wind is hitting this side of the tent, but I've double pegged all of that. If I show you this side, you can see how the tent is trying to bend under itself, but we've still got that view. All the lights have come on now down below us, like Findon, Worthing, Shoreham. It's threatened to rain a couple of times, but the wind is really strong, so this microphone's probably not going to hold up much, but like I say, I'll be on to the GoPro in a minute. It's 4:30 by the way, and it's this dark already. We've retreated into the tent because it started raining, the wind picked up, and I've got the gas stove set up with the bigger pot tonight. I think that's like a 1000, something like that. It's like a litre size pot. Little Outpit Rakoon gas stove, and just warming up is this
cider, which I had on the Christmas camp. So it's a mulled cider, you can have it warm or cold, by Copperberg, spiced blackberry, and it's 4%. Yeah, this tent is being tested. I'm not particularly keen on these doors. As soon as you unzip them, it instantly weakens the structure of the tent, which I think is that's poor from OEX, I think. But like the ends up here are fine because you can guy them out, the poles cross over there, it's absolutely fine. It's just these two big doors on either side are just, yeah, they're just not good. So I think what we're going to be doing is when we get home is we're going to try and sell this tent. I mean, you know, it's a decent tent still, and it's good for summer and, like, I suppose fair weather camps, but anything really windy, it's not so good. Okie dokie, it's the first time filming something on selfie mode, so I'm hoping we've got both of us in. Dawn said you had to overcome the smell of this mulled cider to like it. At first it smelt horrible. It smelt medicinal, it being blackberry, spiced blackberry. And what are you giving it out of 10?
Taste wise, 8.
8 out of 10.
Very nice.
Smell 2. I don't think it's worth any more than an 8. It's not my favourite one, but it's still good. It's nice, and it's so much better warm.
Nice.
So I recently got some teas from Luke, the Real Travelling Amigos channel. Got them for Christmas. So the ones we're going to have tonight, Dawn's going to try the chai tea, I'm going to try the Earl Grey. We're going to see what they're like, and then before we go to sleep we're going to have these CO2 decaffeinated teas. So apparently they're good before we go to sleep, from Brew Tea Company. Let's open the chai one up. Cheers, Luke, for these. Oh, look, it's like a fancy little bag. Awesome.
Nice.
Oh, that smells good. Have a sniff. Smell my bag. Smell my bag. Go on.
I'm sure they say you chatted me up with your first word.
It is. Sniff my bag.
Oh, it smells nice.
Yeah, Dawn likes the smell of my bag.
Oh.
Smell my bag.
I could hang that in the car.
You could actually. And then Earl
That
Grey.
is nice. Ooh, fancy.
Oh, that smells good. Gonna be a black tea. Oh, it smells well good.
Just not trusting you. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's warm. Quite warm smell.
Cheers, Luke.
Cheers, Luke.
Check out Luke's outdoor equipment company as well, Chur Outdoors. It's Kiwi or something, because it was when he went travelling like round Australia and New Zealand for a couple of years. He come up with the name and the idea, I think. But he does sell expedition foods, a chicken cornmeal with rice, which he gave me for Christmas. Yeah, he does a load of them. I think if you buy two meals, you get a free Chur Outdoors spork as well. He sells other things like Coughlan's products, things like that. UCO products. They tend to make like matches and firelight and things, I believe. And he sells his own tent pegs, sporks, as I mentioned, like gas gas stove stands. So not like this one, this is an OEX one, but yeah, he sells those. Have a look. He's not long been like running the business, for about a year, maybe 2 years tops, I think, and he's doing well with it. So support small businesses and help Luke out. I don't get anything for this, by the way, so don't think I'm telling you this just so I get commission. There is a discount code. If you put Tom Outdoors in the discount code bit at the checkout on the website, I think you get 10% off, but I don't get any money for that, okay? So, and I said to him I didn't want to make money off it, I just wanted to help him out. So there you go, you grab yourself a little bargain or something.
For dinner tonight, Matthew, we'll mostly be eating Frey Bentos, chicken meatballs in gravy, and then we've got 2 sachets of Idahoan perfect mash apparently. One's butter and herb and one's just buttery. Chai tea is ready. That's not bad. And this is the Earl Grey. I prefer that.
Do you?
If it had some sugar with it.
I prefer mine, it's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, naturally sweeter,
Yeah.
Definitely. No, I don't mind either of them. So dinner is served. Dawn's done a fine job. We've got like these drink cozies or coolers, I don't know what they are, and we just put them over the tins of Frey Bentos to keep them warm. So we've got one of those each, chicken meatballs in gravy, and then we've got this huge pot of don't know if you can see that, buttery and herb Idaho and mashed potatoes, which you're saying is good, yeah? There we go. Oh. They're messy. They're Lionel messy. I know.
That's because you put a whole ball in your mouth.
Yeah. I ain't got anything to cut it with, have I?
Well, yeah, I broke mine up with a spoon.
No, alright. Sorry, Mary Poppins. Fucking hell.
That's what you do it, trying to
Bring
put a
you
whole...
out to West Sussex, and this is how you repay me.
Well, I've
Yeah,
told you
I'm
before,
joking.
don't try and put a whole ball in your mouth at
I know.
once.
What do you think of them?
They were nice, actually. They're alright. With the mash, they're nice.
This is what I'm thinking, yeah.
No, you're supposed to do it the other way around.
Ah, the balls.
Now you're going to put 2 balls in your mouth at once.
Oh, and your balls dangle in the mash. 35-year-old Essex man needs bib. At least it tastes like proper food. I mean, don't get me wrong, dehydrated meals are good and all, but
This is nice.
sometimes
Different.
it's different. Thank you. Yeah.
Still not as good as the hot dogs we did.
Yeah,
In
we did
summer.
hot dogs once. That's another good camping meal, is just boil some, some hot dogs in some water and bring some rolls, you're sorted. That was good. That might have been the
Cheese
best
slices, ketchup.
one. Yeah. Doing burgers, yeah, you can't fail with that, can you?
This is nice though.
It's good, isn't it? It's good winter food. The teas were good. I think the Earl Grey does need sugar and a bit of milk, but that's fine. I've got those little milk stick sachets, sugar cubes, things like that, and that'll sort that out.
That chai one's really nice though. Don't
That
use
is good.
nothing.
I'll try it
That
again,
is
actually.
proper nice.
Yeah, perfect on its own. Yeah, no, that's good. Cheers, Luke. We've got 2 ciders that you have cold. They're winter ciders, I think, from Sainsbury's. And we've got desserts. We've got some puddings, and they're like those puddings that you have in the pots. That you stick in the microwave. So another cheap alternative again. Yeah, so we've got what's that? Sticky toffee pudding and chocolate. Plop them in the water in your pot on the stove and just warm them up like that. It's quite a good little hack. I mean, yeah, bulky, to go in your pack, but cheap. Enough yakking and let's get snacking. 8:10, it's time for another cider. So the first of these ciders, now I think they come from Sainsbury's. The first one is 5.5% winter cider, poached pear and clementine flavour. Cider made from premium fruit, crafted by expert cider makers in Worcestershire. Tasting notes: a premium pear cider with warming poached pear and zingy clementine flavours. Pear cider with natural poached pear and clementine flavourings. A premium pear cider complemented with warming poached pear and zingy clementine flavours to give a balanced and rounded winter drink. Enjoy it on its own or paired with duck dishes and warm spices.
We got any duck? I don't even think we've got warm spices, no. Anyway, never mind, we'll make do. Let's crack it open. This one's for Pele.
Whee.
Yep. You watch the news, he's recently passed away. 82, absolute legend of football. Even if you don't like football, you've got to respect what Pele has achieved.
Yes.
Social reformer as well, wasn't he? Like, he helped with like the poor and stuff like that. Absolute legend. So yeah, that's for Pele. Smells good. Do you want the first sip?
No, go. Okay.
Alright. Oh, that's different. The pear's very good. Go on, you try a little bit, see what you think. It's better than a normal pear cider, put it that way. There's more going on.
Oh, that's nice.
You like it, yeah? I mean, yeah, unfortunately you can't have it warm or anything, but I don't think you need to, really.
No,
it
nice.
is quite warming, isn't it? What are we giving this out of 10?
That's nice, actually. I'll give that an 8.
You gave the other one an 8.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm like you with your 7.5.
Yeah, use the point. use the point scale.
Oh, okay. 8.5 then.
8.5, yeah. So it's better than the other one.
Yeah, that is very nice.
I think it's nicer than the other one.
I do. Can see why it's called winter cider though.
Yeah.
It tastes wintry, doesn't it? That makes sense.
Yeah. The warming spices are you getting?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go, to be different, I'm gonna say 8.2. I'll show you the one we're having next a little bit later on. But it's a clementine and winter berry cider, same people again. It's all Taste the Difference from Sainsbury's, which, if you're watching this from abroad, is a UK supermarket chain. We have to, well, because we're used to talking about Sainsbury's all the time, but some people aren't, you know. Success with the chocolate pudding, and then we've got the second one just warming up inside the pot now. So 2 puddings done, and then we're putting the sticky toffee pudding ones in as well, because the water's already boiled, so they'll warm up pretty quick. Try one now. See what it's like. Cheers. It's still a little bit tough, but I reckon the sauce at the bottom is going to be really hot. That's not bad.
Oh, well edible.
Yeah.
Oh, saucy.
That's why we bought 4. The sticky toffee puddings are just as good as the chocolate ones. Yeah, really like cheap camping dessert really. If you've not got too far to walk, chuck it in your pot with a little bit of water in there, and just, well, that water's been boiling a while, so these are cooking pretty quick. And they're not like piping hot, but they're warm enough to eat anyway. It's about 9:45, and you can probably hear the weather has got really, really bad outside. We've been in a tent for absolutely ages, cosy and warm and comfy, watching some YouTube, and at one point we nearly fell asleep. It's the rain hitting the tent, it's just such a nice sound. So we're on to our 3rd cider. This other cider from Sainsbury's Taste the Difference. So it's clementine and winter berry cider. The tasting notes: flavours of ripe winter fruit and blackberries, and a citrus tang of clementine. They like putting clementine with these winter ciders, obviously. 5.5%. I've had a little sip already, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, cider with winter berry and clementine flavourings, a cider with flavours of ripe winter fruit and blackberries, and a citrus tang of clementine, sweet, ripe winter fruit flavours bursting with blackberries and blackcurrants, gives way to juicy citrus clementine in a thunderstorm of flavour. Big words. This cider is to be enjoyed on all occasions but pairs particularly well with fresh salmon or roast duck. We got any salmon?
No.
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 Get your laughing gear around that and see what you think.
I really like that.
You really like that?
Really like that one.
Is that the best side we've had tonight in your opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I give that a 9.
A 9
That's
out.
one of my faves, yeah.
9 out of 10 from Dawn for the Clementine and Winterberry cider. What do you like?
It's not as strong as what you think it'd be.
No.
It's nice.
What else do you like about it?
You can taste the clementine in the aftertaste.
Yeah, the Clementine stops it from being sickly.
Yeah. Berry flavour normally
Could be sickly.
but that's not.
Pairs well, definitely those two.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. Do I like it more than the poached pear one? I think they're about the same for me, really. I might give this one like an 8 out of 10, something like that.
Yeah.
You're giving it a 9.
I like this slightly better, yeah.
The final cider I've got though for tonight is another Copperberg mulled cider, and I think it's the spiced apple. That is my favourite out of the 4 without doubt, so that's why I've saved it till last. You alright, what's up?
I think the cider's rolled there, side the tent.
Cider?
The other cider.
Alright.
It's rolled.
Sure it's not in here somewhere? Right, we're missing a cider, so we've got to look for it.
Okay everyone, we've got 6 minutes to go until it's midnight and New Year's Eve. We've come out of the tent and the weather is absolutely horrific. Like, the strongest wind and the heaviest rain possible. Like, I don't know if you can see me or not. Great test for the GoPro though. You know, considering, you know, it's getting soaked, it's waterproof, so it is pretty cold. Pretty cold, yeah. That wind is not letting up. I'm not seeing any fireworks at the moment. I might have to try and use the GoPro zoom to pick stuff up, but unfortunately I can't do any night lapses because the camera will just get blown over in this, so yeah, I've got to keep hold of the camera. I think we're gonna see the new year for like 10 minutes up here and then get straight back in the tent. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. 1 minute to go. Yeah, I can see some fireworks going off, so
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm more in the background.
yeah, there's none down here. We can't see any. Yeah, oh, there's loads going off in the background now.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's
New
it.
Year.
Hey, Happy New Year!
Hey.
There's some.
2023.
Yes.
Come and fucking get me.
All right. It's a bit aggressive.
Oh yeah, there's loads going on.
Wow.
Happy New Year, babe.
Happy New Year. We'll have to keep each other warm.
Oh.
You alright though?
Yeah.
Excellent. It's the main thing. Let's have a quick drink.
Quick drink. There you go. Oh, you got it.
Cheers, yeah, I've got it. Hang on. Oh shit, don't lose the lead again. Oh, Dawn's lost the lead again. There it is. You're going to get it though. Yeah, the lids keep blowing off. That's how strong it is. Right?
Yep, got it.
There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. Cheers everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic New Year. Dry and warmer, less windy than us.
But I'd still rather be here.
Tent City! Yeah! Happy New Year! Hey! Awesome. Like, this fog just suddenly came over and you could barely see anything. Yeah, all the street lights went out down below, so it's just houses, house lights. And yeah, it's just thrown everything into complete darkness. Like, I think there's more rain coming in tonight. Right, Dawn's just had her final piss for the night.
First piss of 2023. God, that was cold. Jesus, I think it whistled.
A cold piss? It whistled? What whistled?
The wind at me.
Oh, right, okay. Lovely. What tune did it go?
It was an Auld Lang Syne, actually.
Oh, how's that go again? I can't remember now.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Oh, in your old hands like that, didn't you? Brilliant. There you go. That's worth a subscribe at least. Come on. So we're back in the tent now, and I've just warmed up the last mulled ciders, although I left it on and it actually boiled, but hopefully you can see that. This is the final cider of the night, Copperberg mulled cider spiced apple, 4%. Had this one before on the Christmas camp, really liked it. Yeah, so it's an apple cider with a taste of cinnamon, and you have to sort of gently turn the bottle upside down and back just to ensure the taste of cinnamon moves fully through the cider. Gently heat until warm. Yeah, do not boil. Yeah, we accidentally left it on a bit too long, so we'll see how it tastes, but it's usually a winner. Awesome. So I've just used the voice command on this and told the camera what to do. I don't want to say it because it will stop recording. No, I've just said it. Have you farted? You farted, haven't you? Do it. Well, I haven't. Well, what's that smell then? Someone's come up next to the tent. Is anyone out there? Have you farted outside next to our tent? Dawn, it's you. It absolutely stinks. I can tell your farts. That you've definitely farted. You have. Don't lie. That is awful. Or either our rubbish has tipped over and has kicked off. It's you farted. Don't lie to me. I would tell you if I farted. Anyway, yeah. So I've just used the voice command thing on here to start this, and I've managed to get the front screen working again because it was off, so I can see what I'm doing now. So, oh, that is awful. That smell. You farted.
I'm sorry.
Ah, so you are apologising now. I knew it was you. You farted in an enclosed space again like this. It's like the Suffolk Coast Path all over again.
That was bad.
Oh, watch the bloody.
Even I needed to get out of the bleeding tent
I feel
then.
sick.
Sorry.
Oh. God, your farts are so bad. We've got the ciders. They've cooled down enough from boiling temperature. Big mistake. Here we go. Oh, that still feels hot. Oh, that's hotter than the sun. Old asbestos lips here though. We'll be able to handle it. Go on, you try it.
Oh, that's nice.
Even though I've burnt all the cinnamon off it probably, and
it's not that hot.
it's definitely missing something now. Alcohol. It was literally like a rolling boil. I was like, shit, switch it off. Don't went, oh, I'll be right. Oh, is that the alcohol you're boiling? I was like, yeah.
That was slightly my fault because I was getting changed when it was on. He was half out the tent.
Yeah, my arse was like hanging out of the tent, waiting for her to sort herself out. I was like, if anyone comes up here now, they'll just see I was on all fours, so my arse poking out of the door of the tent. They'll think, oh, it's cottaging going on up here. I thought that only happens in Brighton. 2 for 1 up here tonight.
That's really nice.
You like it, do you? Okay. What would you give this Copperberg? Was it spiced apple or something?
That's an 8.5. That's nice.
It's my favourite one. I'm giving it a 9.5.
I'm not sure if it's just because we've really needed this after being out there in the.
Oh no, trust me. I think this one's
that is
good.
Nice.
It is nice, isn't it?
Is this the one you had at Christmas?
Yeah, and I had the blackberry one at Christmas as well. But this was the
How
one
was
I
that,
preferred.
Blackberry?
Well, that was the one we had at the start
You
of the
had
night.
it warm, didn't you? Did you have it warm?
Yeah, we had both of them. Don, we had the blackberry one, the first one tonight. We did the one I said was medicinal tasting. That's
Yeah.
the blackberry one,
Yeah.
yeah?
Alright,
That's
yeah.
it, Dawn's forgotten what she's drunk. I'm saying 9.5, you're saying
8.5.
8.5 for the Copperberg spiced apple mulled cider, something like that. That is our final drink of the night. Well, it's about time we went to sleep. It's coming up to 2:30. The time has gone really quick actually since you know, the clock struck midnight. That was it really. We sort of lost track of time, and yeah, 2.5 hours later, and we've inflated the mats, although mine I've got to re-inflate because it's gone down a bit. I think I've probably just not closed the seal properly on it. There's always something wrong with it. Dawn's is absolutely fine. I think it's just the seal on mine, because once you close that right, it's fine. I'm pretty sure it's not got a slow puncture in it. Anyway, we've not done a lot. We've basically been tent bound most of the night, and then we briefly, you know, popped out to see the new year in horrific weather, got some third-rate footage, and went back in basically.
That was it.
But it's been nice, it's been good. So yeah, I hope you've had a fantastic new year. Enough yawning. See you in the morning. Night.
Bye.
Good morning and happy new year. We slept very well, despite my mat going down. I blew it back up again, and yeah, it just went down, but luckily I still had the silver foam mat that I roll up and attach to the back of the rucksack, so I still had something to sleep on, so that was okay. So it wasn't cold at all. It was warm and cosy, just not as comfy as I could be, but I still slept just fine. So we're gonna do a quick bit of breakfast. Not gonna spend too long here. We've already started packing. Well, we've already packed most of the interior way of the tent. It's just roll up the mats, the cooking stuff, and take the tent down really. We're just using it to shelter out the wind for breakfast. So we'll have a quick breakfast. Dawn's having a Options hot chocolate. Don't know if you can see that in this lighting. And I'm having another tea from the Brew Tea Company. This one's the English breakfast tea. I'm also going to have a Cliff Bar, crunchy peanut butter. They're quite filling, they are. Pretty much do us really. We've not got far to walk to the car. We should get down off the Hillfort and the car park's there pretty much. Yeah, all in all, good night. You know, good night's sleep despite the mat. I'll no doubt have to speak to Wild Bounds, who's the UK supplier of climate mats, and say to him again, like, you know, I've not had this mat that long, I look after it and already it's developed another leak again, and see if I can get another free one sent to me, but we'll see. If not, I'm gonna have to pull the trigger and buy another one myself, or maybe it's time to pull an even bigger trigger and get like a Thermarest, like a, you know, one of the top quality ones. But I think the same thing could happen again, and you'll be back and forth with them constantly getting replacements and whatnot. So I don't know. All I know is that it should be able to hold my body weight. I'm about 100 kilos, so there's heavier people that go camping, and that doesn't seem to be an issue for them. So I don't know, I'm just having bad luck with mats, I guess. There is little evidence of activity at Cissbury Ring during the medieval era, but many of the local agricultural tracks are likely to have been made during this period. In Tudor times, Cissbury formed part of an early warning system of beacons that ran the length of the south coast. Watchers were able to monitor 78 miles of coastline from here. Just to the north is Monarch's Way, Britain's second longest signed walking trail. It follows the escape route of Charles II after his defeat at the Battle of Worcester in 1651 and runs all the way from Worcester to Shoreham Harbour.
Amazing area to walk, camp, explore, and I don't know how many years I've said it for, but this year has got to be the year that I do the South Downs Way. Hoping to do it with Luke. It's just trying to get our schedules to align together properly. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to end up either doing it on my own or do it with someone else just to get it done, because I'm dying to do the South Downs Way, and it's been on my list of long distance routes to do for years now, and I feel like I need to do it. Everyone else seems to have done it except me. So, and I live like not that far from it really, so it's got to be done.
In 1857, George Irving carried out the first of many digs made during the Victorian era by investigating an isolated hollow on the southeast side of the Hillfort and 9 pits in the area of the flint mines. In one of these he found charcoal, oyster shells, animal bones and pottery, including Roman and 16th century material. His only other find was a William III halfpenny. Colonel Augustus Lane Fox, better known as Pitt Rivers, and Canon William Greenwell excavated 30 pits in 2 separate digs, September 1867 and January 1868. They found large numbers of flint axes and other tools, more animal bones and teeth, charcoal, shells and pieces of Neolithic pottery. Ernest Willett reopened one of Lane Fox's earlier pits in 1873 and excavated to a deeper depth of 4.2 metres. Here he discovered a shaft with a number of galleries radiating out from it and several ox shoulder blades, which he believed had been used as shovels. Several digs in the following years confirmed suspicions that a flint mine had operated here.
So as I'm walking along the ramparts here of the Hillfort, I've just been experimenting with some of the GoPro Hero 9 settings, and there's like a boost stabilisation thing on it, so it'll stop it shaking as much. Hopefully that is working. I suppose it's going to create a bigger size file when I have to upload all this stuff onto my hard drive and laptop and my editing software, but it means it's going to be a lot more stable, and I'll be the first one to admit that's something that a lot of my videos, especially my older ones, suffered from, was shakiness and no stabilisation feature. So hopefully the GoPro is going to improve that massively. I could be wrong, but I believe that little clump of trees over there on the South Downs Way ridge is Chanctonbury Ring. And yes, another Hillfort, univalate Hillfort with a ring of beech trees planted around it.
A large anti-tank ditch was excavated around the entire hill in 1940, and anti-aircraft guns were positioned across the highest part of the ridge within the fort. Later in the war, the north slope of Cissbury Hill was used in military exercises in preparation for the invasion of Europe. Observation dugouts were excavated within the rampart to house machine gun posts.
So there's the car park down there where we're parked. Yeah. We've just got to make our way down across the ramparts and down to the car. the first one of 2023. Enough talking, let's get walking. We're back at the car, and that is the end of the camp and the end of this video. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been fantastic camping up there again on Cissbury Ring. That spot was definitely better than the one I picked before. It was great to see New Year in up there as well. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see too many fireworks. The weather was awful. We saw some, and the main thing is we had a good time together anyway.
Yep.
We saw in the New Year together. So yeah,
Awesome.
Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to all of you as well. Thanks for joining us. If you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. Leave a comment, like the video as well, because it does help the algorithm out or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, here's to a fantastic 2023. Until next time, take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe everyone. Please be nice to one another and get out there and explore. See you on the next one. Bye.